What's up guys, how you doing today? It's Tayo Aino here and I'm reporting for DW from the beautiful Mombasa, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the history, the culture, the lifestyle of the beautiful people of Mombasa. So let's jump right in.
Welcome to Mombasa.
Mombasa is a coastal town in Kenya, East Africa. It is also one of the most beautiful places to explore on the continent due to its location on a coralline island in the bay of the Indian Ocean, with numerous beachfront hotels that appeal to travelers in search of sun, sand and surf. And its Arab, Indian and colonial European heritage make for a wide variety of sights to see. Before Mombasa became well established as an important port for trade across the Indian Ocean, the general area has long been the site of settlement inhabited by Bantu-speaking people who engaged in farming, fishing and local trading. The old city has a strong Middle Eastern vibe with narrow streets, high houses with carved ornamental balconies and mosques and temples. The old town covers an area of 72 hectares and is inhabited by a mix of local Arab, Asian, Portuguese and British settlers. Most of the buildings also look really vintage with very interesting door carvings. If you take a walk along the streets, you'll feel like you are transported back in time. Our first place on the list to explore was Fort Jesus, which was built by the Portuguese and is now a museum. It was built towards the end of the 16th century on the coastline near Old Town Mombasa. I'm here with my tour guide. What's your name?
Raphael. Yeah.
We're going to be going around and he's going to be giving more insight on the history of Fort Jesus.
So this is the model of the Fort Jesus. And as you can see, it looks like a human body. So we have got the head part, the hands, the body and the legs. Hence the name Fort Jesus. So from here, we have the first passage called the Passage of Arches. And as you can see, the arches are those arcs. So all of this is natural. That is, nothing has been added.
One of the cool parts about this place we currently are now is that everything you're seeing now was all made naturally. They just carved it out, every single thing here.
No slavery was used in building of the fort. So the Portuguese used to bring some of the trading items, and then the local communities, they used to come, work, and then at the end of the day, they are being paid in form of the trade items.
Mombasa was a transit place for trade at that time and a getaway to India, and the fort was built to protect the town from outside invaders.
So from here, this is the ammunition store, and this is where you can see all of it, no building but digging.
We're currently in the ammunition room now. This is where most of the ammunitions were kept back in the days. If you look at all the walls here, everything here was dug out, basically like carving out the corals and then making space for the ammunitions. Just check out this space. This is a really big space, and it must have taken a lot of time to dig this out, right? Because this is like really, looks like it's like coral rocks. What were they digging it out with? Was it like?
The hammer and chisel.
Wow.
Yeah, using hand.
Wow.
Hammer and chisel.
That must have taken a while.
Yeah.
The fort stood over a spur of coral, and it tells the story of how the Portuguese at one time ruled the trade routes of the Indian Ocean. I'm learning so much about the history, and you can see all these cannons here. They're facing the water outwards. On this other side of this wall is the water, and this is how they used to defend themselves against intruders and other people who are coming. It's so interesting to see that everything here was made from dug out corals. They took chisels and hammers and they were digging, and I can imagine how long it must have taken them to be able to build something like this. The most interesting thing is that this is still standing up to today. Don't you guys think that's very fascinating? How long did they learn to build this?
1593 to 1596, 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Until it was completed.
And they didn't have tools then or anything?
Yeah, no tools, no nothing, just manpower. This is the cannonball.
How heavy is it? Very heavy.
Yeah. These are Omani doors.
Okay.
We're gonna see many of them in the old town. And when you go to anywhere the Arabs visited, this is the style they used to use with their doors. So for the doors, all of them, even in Lamu, Zanzibar, Omani, all they are just with the same features. So the first feature being the chain, all around the chain link, the flower part and the metal work. All of them have all these three. from the 18th century. So this specific door was given to the Omani after they defeated the Portuguese. So it was like a present after they defeated the Portuguese. So the chain used to mean unity, the flower prosperity, and the metal work, their strength.
Its location ensures that they could see any ship as it approached. It also tells the story of how many slaves perished from torture, hunger, and disease as they waited to be transported. Next up was the spice market, which was home to some of the nicest and colorful food spices in Africa. It was very different from what I was used to as a Nigerian. Our spices have a much sharper feel, while this had a softer feel.
Our special curry powder. I want you to smell like this, and you can even taste if you want. Very nice.
Because of its location on the Kenyan coast, which was once an important trade route, Mombasa has some culinary influences from India, starting with the spices. Our next task was exploring the main town of Mombasa.
I can't help but realize that this place looks very similar to Stone Town in Tanzania, and you can notice that with very tiny passageways like this one that we are just passing through now, and a whole lot of other stuff.
We visited Moi Avenue, which is known for the Mombasa tusk. 2 pairs of giant aluminium elephant tusks crossing the dual carriageway. The tusks have become a popular tourist destination for the city. Just across the roads from the tusk was Uhuru Gardens. I've never seen this many fruit bats in my life. They were in the thousands. To explore more of the city, we decided to take a ride in a tuk-tuk, which is a 3-wheel rickshaw. It's the best and cheapest way to move around the city. We visited the Hindu temple in the middle of the city, which was unfortunately closed down due to COVID, but we managed to walk around it. Its main attraction is the eye-catching colorful double doors with beautiful carvings. It's open to everyone to explore for free, but make sure to be respectful by removing your shoes before entry.
After a very long day exploring the beautiful city of Mombasa, we decided to stop by and try some local cuisine. We're at a place called Bora Bora, and we're trying out some mandi. So mandi is like rice with the local spices here, and then there's goat's meat, as you can see. Here we have, I think, tomato sauce, and here is naan bread, tomatoes, and a little bit of pineapple juice to wash it down. So let me try this out and see how it tastes. Yummy. I like it.
The next day, we decided to explore the beachfront, which is one of the most popular reasons travelers visit Mombasa. Mombasa has one of the most beautiful white sand beaches in the world. Also, along the beachfront are an array of hotels and villas that you can stay at to experience the Indian Ocean. They all range from $100 upwards, depending on how nice they look.
This is one of the beaches here that they have in Mombasa, and as you can see around me, lots of people come here on the weekends to come and chill and also experience the Indian Ocean. It is just bordering the Indian Ocean, which is also one of the cleanest and clearest in Africa. Just look at how clear the water is. That's one thing I love about Kenya.
Melon tree.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah, me too. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, this is something natural, no chemical inside. They clean the kidney and the stomach, the liver. This very, very nice to wash all the system.
My name is Gabriel, born raised in Mombasa, aka 001. This place is a very nice place to chill. It's one of the best places I can say to relax. Me coming out in this place is whereby we come with our friends and just come and chill out. Let loose of
All the
whatever
worries.
we had, everything during the whole week, you know.
So would you say other people from all over the world should come and visit?
Definitely. There's something that they'll miss out on if they don't.
If you need to have good vibes, it's the best place to have
And welcoming too.
good vibes, you know. No negative vibe will be here in Mombasa.
Poli poli.
Dogo dogo.
Dogo dogo.
Another cool thing about Mombasa is that they care about sustainability. Plastic packaging is banned in a lot of shops. So the only thing they will give you is reusable packaging so that you don't litter everywhere, because they care about the wildlife and also the ocean. So it doesn't get to a point where people are just throwing bottles and pieces of plastics, which is a global problem that is currently happening, pollution of the ocean bed. And that's one of the reasons why the water is so clear, as you can see. To really experience the beachfront, I would say you try out one of the water adventures here. We visited the marine park on a transparent bottom boat to see some of the amazing aquatic life of the Indian Ocean. Today we are currently at the beach. So behind me is a diving experience. They also have that here too. And on this side is the whole beachfront. Here, we're going to take one of these boats right here and go all the way out into the sea to go and see some awesome fishes. So that's the boat we're going with, just right there. What's up, brother?
Your brother, man.
They do snorkeling here. Those who don't know how to swim, we give them the jacket or we give the life ring. Where I'm here, it's quite very deep. It's about 6 meters deep here.
This is a cool experience you can have in Mombasa, and I think this also shows you the beauty of Mombasa. You just come out here and then you can feed the fish.
My name is Abdu, by the way. So this place here, the government not allowed people to do fishing here. It's a place where the tourists, they come to Mombasa, they enjoy.
Kenya is one of the most beautiful places. We have our own problems, but beauty is what stands out.
So would you say more people should come from other countries to visit?
Of course, we love visitors.
Okay.
We're ready for them.
Yeah. Nice.
Mombasa hakuna matata. Even the whole Kenya hakuna matata. We need more tourists. Welcome to Kenya.
I see a lot of colored buses. What are they called? And what's
Colored buses? Matatu. So matatu is what we use to commute every day from point A to point B. There's a certain route, a certain number, there's a certain price, depending on the peak hours, the off-peak hours. Yeah, and we pride in the music, the colors, expression of art, expression of who Kenyans are.
What's your best Kenyan dish? And tell me about
Kenyan
it.
dish.
Yeah.
Rice and beans.
Rice and beans?
Yeah,
not kachumbari or ugali or
no,
chapati?
My best is rice and beans.
I'm about to jump on a jet ski. Safety first.
How was the experience?
Oh man, it was dope, man. Dope. Come down to Mombasa and get some of this. Mombasa's many historical and cultural attractions have made it a popular tourist destination. It's a melting pot of languages and cultures from all sides of the Indian Ocean, and is a really amazing place to experience. Having more in common with Dakar or Dar es Salaam than Nairobi, Mombasa's blend of India, Arabia and Africa is uniquely enchanting, and many visitors find themselves falling for East Africa's biggest and most cosmopolitan port. I would definitely recommend it as one of the best travel destinations to visit in Africa. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to DW Travel for more videos. Cheers!